Hello, I'm Linda of Lady and the Frogs. I am an eBay reseller, and one of the things which I sell really easily, and I mean literally, a lot of the Lego that I get, the sets that I make up, I can sell them like within a day or a week of selling. For example, I've got something here. So this is something that I will be listing today. This has been sort of hanging around for a bit, but I didn't have these spares for it. So that is a Shell petrol station. So this has sort of been compiled from like parts which I've had. Obviously you have stickered parts, so that part there, I can't take it off. That part there, which is on the petrol pump, has got a printed section on it, and there's also a wedge there which is a printed section. So I tend to seek out them and I see which sets that they've come with and I can compile them. So this one, I was waiting on the base plate and those parts, so now that's ready to go, and I usually list these without instructions. Although this one did actually have, I did actually have the instructions for this one, which were in with something else, and I thought, oh great, it was a job lot that I had, and then it turned out it was literally one page of it, so I've had to use downloads for that. And then, so that will probably be around a £30 set. That's from the mid-80s, that one. So those are sort of things that I sort of compile, and lots of like little cars. For example, with the job lot which I've got here, which I've just cleaned and I'm just waiting to sort it, there's lots of like little things like that which will be printed parts, which I can then seek out. Actually, that's stickered, it's not printed, I think. I had a spare one of that, you see, so it's got two. So that's a little highway maintenance car, and that's actually from like very early 80s. I think that sells for around £15. So I make a lot of like little sets up like that. That I know that's from a post office van. That probably sells for around £10 to £15 as well. So I make a lot of like little sets up like that. This comes from Space Sets. There's a lot of things there. This particular job lot which I've got there has cost me 15, and it's just lots and lots of like little sundry things. But I have just opened another job lot here which has come through. Surprisingly, it was delivered today, even though Royal Mail are on strike, and it was definitely Royal Mail. So this, I know from the pictures when I was looking at this that this is pretty ditched. However, I also know that it's got lots of space sets. So again, that's a printed part. I know what that goes to. I've actually sold a set that includes that today. It's got lots of parts which go with space sets. I know that goes with the space set. Again, this is late 70s, early 80s. But I don't know if you can see that. That is very discoloured. Let me just move myself out of the camera on that. Yeah, you can't pick it up. Anyway, I know this is really discoloured. So, this is going in for a very long soak. I have got in here, usually I just put in fairy liquid, a little bit of bleach, and some Zoflora, which is just like a disinfectant, and generally that does the job. Although you see these here, these have been on a soak last night. Admittedly, it was only soaking for about an hour or two, but that is very discoloured in itself. You can tell from that piece. Let me just move the light out of the way. So you can tell from that piece that that's got discoloration. So these grey bits, they always go they have this sort of like yellow tinge on them, which isn't great, but I mean, they are 40-year-old. I mean, I'm 40-year-old and I've got a little bit of a discoloration, I think, really. But they're clean. I'm just going to put them in for a soak. I'm hoping that this will do enough. I've put an awful lot of bleach in here. But I am going to have to like carefully go through this, get a little bin out, because I also know that it's got, I don't even know what they are. I don't even think they're drafts pieces. So I'm going to try and like throw as much of the rubbish away. It always has like curtain hooks in it. There's always an obligatory part of Playmobil, which isn't so bad. Sweet wrappers, other things, other really gross things. That's a good example of how faded this is. So this should be a white chair, and you can see it looks pretty yellow. A lot of the time people, they assemble Lego sets and then leave them like on a windowsill and they get very faded. So that should be that colour, and that's how faded it is. I ain't going to win the battle with that because it's sun faded, but I'm going to give it a damn good soak. I've got other stuff which I need to get on with today, but I'm pleased to see stuff like this because this is all stuff from space sets. Now space sets, they sell so well. Literally I can sell them within a month of listing. It's an absolute fabulous thing to have. This one's even got stickers on it. I might give that a miss, soaking that, because I don't want to take the stickers off. So I might just put that aside. Right, so I'm going to start soaking this and sorting through it, and then crack on with actually doing some listing. But this video is just about the sorting of this Lego. Okay, everything is soaking. Surprisingly, I've actually got some instruction leaflets which have come with it, which is a rarity, and it wasn't actually shown in the pictures. There was buttons in that. The reason that I like hand sorted it to put it in there, I mean, I got some stamps. I got some mega blocks, which I wasn't expecting. I put all the Duplo in with the mega blocks because most of it was fake Duplo. I mean, who fakes Duplo? What's the point in faking Duplo? So I think that I've got most of the Lego in there. Obviously I've put some boiling water in with it now because it was pretty gross. I put some extra bleach in there. It is very yellowed. It should mostly be space. The amount of garbage that was in there, lots of like little bits of like Kinder Egg toys, but you know, no complete toys, so not even worth my time. Lots of nuts and bolts, staples, buttons, random like cap things. I don't even know what they were. Just bits of fluff, hair. Ugh. Really gross. Not what I want to be dealing with. So let's see if this has actually got the front cover on off for it. No. Bad luck. This set, oh here we are, it has got the cover. So it's all in bits. This is a really good little set. I've actually got the original box and another set of instructions for this, but I haven't been able to put it together because I haven't got that part for the brolly, so I do need to get that umbrella part. I'm completely out of little bins. I'm completely out of post boxes because I've done 2 post offices in various vans. I didn't have these doors, but I can see that there's 2 of those doors in there. ditched, very dirty. I have got the rest of it as well, and I think I've got some of the minifigures in there with this lot. I didn't expect this to be in there, otherwise I would have been a lot more over this. But 25 quid is fine for it. I know one of the other things that I'm missing is the actual car base plate, which I know is blue, and I know that I haven't got any blue base plates for the cars. I think the last time I did this, I actually substituted, I put a white one on there, and it didn't matter. I still sold it for 50 quid. The brand new sealed editions of this sell for around £300, I think. The one that I've got was boxed. I was hoping to have it ready for Christmas. Maybe I will still be able to do that. If I go hunting for some of these umbrella things, I should have everything that I need to do this from looking at it. So that was an unexpected bonus. I didn't expect to see this instruction or see any of the parts in there. I certainly didn't see it. And then I've got some of these. These are what I call like these are what I call modern, and it says 1998 on them. So that is like a adventure explorer, like Indiana Jones type thing. Although Indiana Jones is that's actually been franchised later on, but it's like the Pharaoh's edition. It's got some really cool like Egyptian themed stuff, but that won't sell for much. But it's nice to have the instructions. The minifigure is definitely in there. That was another thing. For some reason, some of the minifigure heads, some dickhead had drawn on them. There's a lot of pieces as well which were really broken and busted up. And somebody had like drawn with felt tip onto the minifigure heads. You know, not that I haven't got other minifigure heads. And that's one is just an Octane racer. So these won't sell for any more than a tenner, but it's always easier to sell something when you've got instructions. And stocking filler all day long at the moment. Oh yeah, and I can see I've actually got the geyser who's floating at the top there. Obviously that's boiling water, so I'm not going to touch that. So that's just going to sit there and soak. And I'm hoping that I've done that the bleach is going to do some good. One of the other reasons why I picked through it all carefully is because there are battery parts for it. And the amount of times I've dunked battery things, although I had a sound switch which I dunked the other day, which was one of the really rare ones because it was the space noise, and I dunked it, and I actually tested it and it was working even though I dunked it. So the next thing I'm going to do is do a sort, and obviously I've got all of that waiting to sort, but I've got to take advantage of the fact that it's daylight, and I've got to get some listings on eBay. So that's going to be my next quest, is listing, and then I'll move on to sorting this probably this evening.
Ziggy again, back to summarise what we've got out of this job lot. So this is actually two job lots. The first job lot that you saw being cleaned, and then this job lot.
I need various little parts from this to complete various little sets, which I would really like to get on for the Christmas rush.
So it was mixed together. So one cost £15, including poos, and one was £25. So various bits. Some of it's been put away. Some of it we've got to get other pieces out, and then we haven't got the minifigures that we need. Yeah, and then we've got other sets there that we're going to do. But anyway, oh yeah, and then there's that instruction there. Oh, and then there was Mega Blocks, and we've got the latex gloves. So this one here, we still haven't been able to do because although we've got the doors, we haven't got the umbrella, we haven't got the base for the car. So we're still waiting on that one. But everything that we've pulled out so far is here. Okay, lady, take over. So we've got these two here, which that one was complete, but it didn't have a helmet. These are 5 to 10. These are 5 to 10 pounds. So they're just stocking fillers. Same with that one. 5 to 10 pounds I'm going to get for them. So they're not like great. And then I have got this, which I've literally just sold this with the instructions. And it quickly sold, and I only put it on for £10. It makes me think maybe I undervalued it. But this one's got all of the stickers. So it would have been useful if I could have put this on. And it also had the bib. But yeah, that was what I found last time, is it kept falling over. So that one's going to be like a £10 set. It's not going to be anything more than that. That's about the best one, so I'll leave that one to last. And then I've got loads of little space sets. So this one I thought was quite cool. This actually fits on here with Technics, so I can't take it off one-handed. But a little buggy thing. This one's going to be a £15 set. Maybe I could squeeze 20 out of it, but I don't know. It's more realistic to say it's 15, but I really quite liked that one. It's supposed to have a red minifigure, but I'm really short on red minifigures. This one is a £20 set. I think I've had this before as well. So this is quite cool. This all came out of the job lot. I found it with all the tile parts there. The only thing that's incorrect is the rocket fin at the back, but I've replaced that with a, just a similar part. I mean, it's got the other rocket fin, which is the important part, so I think that'll be fine. And I think I'll still be able to get 20. This one I thought might be slightly more than 15, but again, it's a £15 set. This is also quite cool. This slides out. Come on, slide out. So you've got this little bit here which slides out and then goes on there, which I've never had this set before. Quite a cool one. Come on, go back on. It's strange, you see, with the parts that I'm always missing. It's like these transparent parts are always quite difficult to find, but in this case, the bits that I had missing, those bits on the bottom there, these bits here are supposed to be white, but I don't think it matters if it's blue. So yeah, another £15 set. And then this one here, I should hope that it will be at least 30, I'm hoping. For what it is, it definitely looks like a £30 set. So it's a huge spaceship. It had loads of like fins on it. It needed like 10 fins. But it's got all the parts there. I don't think of anything like majorly missing. Oh yeah, the transparent studs are supposed to be rounded, but I've put those ones on, which I think are slightly better. Yeah, I really like that. I mean, it's weird with some of these spaceships, they can go up to about £50, but just some of them are more desirable than the others. But this one is, yeah, it's a £30 set. I thought it might be 40, but there you go, it isn't. Oh yeah, I haven't got enough of that's supposed to be a space brick, but it isn't. It's got loads of junk in here, loads of random stuff, random little parts that go in there. Just some reason I've got to do it, you know. And then a red minifigure, but I'm really like I say, I'm running short on the minifigures, and then the ones that I have got are really worn like that. Same with this guy here, his motif is really worn. Yeah, so that's all I've pulled out for the time being. So I'm into profit on this, but it is slow going, and as you can see, this is where the Christmas tree is supposed to be, so the Christmas tree isn't up. So most of this is going to get packed away so that I can move on to something else. Oh, not clothes. Yes, clothes. Oh, I prefer Lego. I much prefer Lego. I think we should get more Lego. People will be getting Lego out of their lofts. That is true. So, yeah, anyway, that's Vlogmas for today. I will see you again soon. I'm going to make her do more Lego. So, thanks for watching. Subscribe or die. Not subscribe or die. Oh, yeah. Subscribe if you like me. Yeah. I'm going to do more Lego. See you soon. Bye.